happy Saturday. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Started out cool, went for a little walk with the dog this morning. Oh, by the way, Margaret Lloyd here. Here with the Eternal Shift. We're going to talk more on meditation today. We're going to dive a little bit deeper to help you and to make meditation easier for you, because I have tried to find it really easy, but in the past I've had trouble concentrating to be able to meditate, because you're supposed to be able to sit and be still and be quiet and not be interrupted by outside influences. I have ADHD, so it's kind of difficult to sit still sometimes. But I'm getting to where I can. And I started out slow. I'm up to between 5 and 10 minutes that I can sit still long enough to be able to get close to a Zen state. It's as close as I've ever felt in the past. But let me tell you, it is such a refreshing, relaxing state of mind. I'm sure you heard across the hall. Yeah, that's what I get to listen to. That's why I like to meditate. I like to journal. I like to listen to YouTube podcasts on how to handle situations like that. Because, God bless, I love my son, but I don't like him. I don't like the way he behaves. He's trying to get me to calm down. He needs to look in the mirror, because you get that kind of a reaction from playing a video game. It's a game. It's not life and death. It's a game. What we're dealing with here, with anxiety and depression and abuse, this is life-threatening. What he's dealing with, I don't know that I have ever heard of someone committing suicide because they lost a video game. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'll look it up. But I don't know that I've ever heard of such a thing. Now, have I heard of somebody going through abuse, depression, anxiety? Those people have committed suicide. I'm not going to do that. I'm stronger than that. I can get through this with the help that I'm doing here with you, because let me tell you, talking with you all is always a big help to me. Listening to my podcasts is always a big help to me. And going for walks is a good help for me when I get depressed or anxious or whatever. And, that's what he should do. But, I'm not him. And as I have said, I love him, but he is his father's son. His father's I believe a Libra, and I believe my son is too. Let me see. Yep, Libra. Known as being charming, diplomatic. Yeah, he is. Seeking balance in all aspects of life. But anyway, that's where he and I get off, or get off track, is that his yelling and stuff, it just really gets to me. It's not necessary. Not necessary at all. But anyway, so, okay. Let's get back to us, to what we gotta do. Because we got work to do here. That's what I meant to see what my blood sugar's doing. Okay, so we're going to talk about some Buddhist meditation. Because I have found, I've tried different types of meditation, and this just seems to really help me. But, y'all can look it up, and if you find something different, that's good. And also, if you find something different and better, put it in the comments. I'd like to know about something better or different. We're all learning. We all learn in life. Every day is a learning experience. So let's do it. Let's learn. Okay? Let's learn together. Okay. Buddhist meditation practices stem from the Buddha's insight about existence. Shamatha, mindfulness. Buddhism does. It revolves around mindfulness, being mindful of things around you, things within you. And it really does help to put your mind in a good place. Let's see if I put some light on the issue, it might help a little bit. I'm looking gray. I don't like looking gray. I like looking bright. Maybe I'll go do a tanning session one day. I've never been to a tanning place. Who knows? But anyway, mindfulness focuses on cultivating calmness. And that's one thing that I need, because when I start getting anxious or upset, I have a tendency to raise my voice. And that upsets Libras. Trust me. His father was a Libra, is a Libra. Nice as can be, as long as things are going his way. Things start going your way, and he will cut you down to size. Because he doesn't want anybody to know or be any better than him. He thinks he's God. But I got news for him. He's not. Okay, so focuses on cultivating calmness, clarity, and equanimity, leading to inner peace, and when combined with Vipassana, awareness of profound insights. Metta, or loving kindness meditation, starts with cultivating well-being, loving kindness towards oneself, because that's one thing that I think a lot of us are lacking in, is loving ourselves. Because if we don't love ourselves, who else is going to love us, right? If we don't show love to ourselves, how are we going to show positivity and kindness and love to others? So we have to work on that within ourselves. Then expands to encompassing others. So once we're able to cultivate a well-being within us and a loving kindness within us, then we're able to share it with others. But until we can love ourselves, we can't love anybody else. So we have to start by loving ourselves. Do it. You can do it. I know you can. I can. I have. And continue to. So you can too. Then there is contemplative meditation. Involves reflecting on fundamental Buddhist teachings, which encourage dedicated practice. That means you practice it all the time. And mindful living. You're mindful about what you're doing throughout your day and night. And guided Buddhist meditation can be helpful for beginners. Now, how do Buddhists meditate? How do we meditate? Because we're all in this world together. Whether we're a Buddhist, a communist, a Christian, a Jew, whatever religion you might believe in, we're all humans. We're all people. And we all can do this. And we all together can make the world better. Isn't that what we really want in this life? I know I do. Buddhism is spread far and wide. It adopted some of the characteristics and spiritual strengths of the lands where it became implanted. So that would be in Asia, China, Japan, India, Korea, Vietnam, all that area. And there's all forms of Buddhism. And by extension, the Buddhism meditation techniques have risen from the Buddha insights about nature of existence. Nature. We're all a part of nature. We all have to do this together, and we can do it. So All forms of Buddhism, and by extension, Buddhist meditation techniques, have arisen from the Buddhist insights about the nature of existence, the causes of suffering, the causes of happiness, and guidelines for living a wholesome and constructive life. And that's what we all want, right? We don't want a destructive life. We want a constructive life. We want a wholesome life, a happy life. We don't want anybody to suffer. We, as a part of nature and life and the world, we want peace. We want everyone to be happy and content and wholesome. Buddhist meditation practices have now spread beyond the borders of countries where they developed originally and are more widely available than ever before. Tibetan visualization practices, Zen, Vipassana, Pure Land, Nichiren, and a number of other Buddhist forms of meditation are now taught and practiced all over the Western world. We are presenting 3 inspiring methods. And I'm sure if you explore a bit more further, as I will, and I'm sure you will, you'll surely find many, many more. But we're going to stick with these 3 that I think will be very helpful to all of us. Shamatha, mindfulness, is a well-known Buddhist practice that focuses on developing calmness, clarity, and equanimity. With the proper guidance and commitment, the cultivation of these qualities can ultimately lead to deep inner peace. Isn't that what we all desire? A deep inner peace? Oh man, that's what I need, peace in my life. Because I know once I have peace in my life, things will start to fall into place. But as long as there's turmoil and chaos in my life, I can't get that. When combined with awareness practices, it can lead to profound insights and spiritual awakenings. The initial stages of mindfulness meditation are essentially non-denominational and can be practiced by anyone, regardless of their faith or tradition. The basis of shamatha, mindfulness meditation, tongue gets kind of tied with some of these words, is as follows. Sit in a comfortable meditation pose. Can be in a chair, can be on a cushion, can be on the floor. Find a pose that doesn't hurt your back or your knees. I prefer to do my meditation in a chair because my knees hurt. I used to be able to do the lotus, but my knees won't do the lotus now. They just won't do it. Keep your back straight and try to find a happy medium between too rigid and too relaxed. And so we just sit here. We're going to try to do this we're going to do it for just a couple of minutes. But normally I would be doing this for 5 to 10 minutes. But we just sit here and we just close our eyes. Deep breath in for 4. And out for 8. And And again, in for 4. Out to 8. Do that. Ignore all sounds outside. If you have trouble with that, you can put earplugs in, put headphones on, and just relax. Let your mind go. Let your mind just think about the breathing in and out. And you'll just become so relaxed. If your head wants to drop just a little, allow it. Just relax. Feel no pain, no discomfort. Just pure relaxing. That felt good. It actually, even just doing that for a minute can feel so relaxing. I try to do that when I get to feeling stressed. If I get to feeling anxious, I'll just stop what I'm doing and just think about my breathing. And then I get myself relaxed. Then I can think about the issue of what got me anxious, upset. And I can think more clearly about it. Now we're going to talk about metta or loving kindness. And they all begin with a period of samatha to get the mind settled and receptive. So we get relaxed, and then in one technique, we begin by directing wishes for well-being and loving kindness towards ourselves. Because remember, we don't do that very often, okay? But we need to. Then we open it out and direct loving kindness towards a person or a pet that we love. Then someone we feel neutral about, followed by someone we have problems with, or even an enemy. Ultimately, our love flows equally towards all beings, everywhere, regardless of how we feel about them. This form of meditation is about feeling the love and radiating out until the distinct edges that usually categorize us as me, friend, enemy, etc., fade away, and what is left is benevolence, pure and simple. And that's what we need. We might repeat slogans or mantras that inspire our practice, such as, "May my love for myself and others flow freely." Or, "May I and all living beings be safe, happy, and peaceful." A traditional Buddhist invocation called the Four Immeasurables starts with, "May all beings find happiness and the cause of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the cause of suffering." After a period of active metta practice, we sit in a quiet awareness for a time. The full experience of this practice is highly transformative. You can take a course in the 4 measurable practices too. Then our third, contemplative meditation, gives us a good reason to sit down and practice rather than, for example, spend the next 2 hours on social media or in a shopping mall. These 4 thoughts, in brief, are: I can choose to devote my energy to developing wisdom, compassion, and the power to benefit others. Many people in other situations, as well as other forms of life, such as animals, don't have this possibility. We recognize the preciousness of this opportunity and vow not to waste it. But who knows how long this precious life will last? Everything changes. My entire existence depends on an out-of-breath being followed by an in-breath. No time to waste. Everything that exists has a cause, and every action has a consequence. That is so true. This speaks to the truth of interdependence and means that our actions have more of an impact than we might imagine. At one point or another, we will be separated from all the material things we're attached to. That is so true. So much effort, so little lasting gain. Doesn't it make more sense to focus our energy on being of benefit by developing our precious qualities of wisdom, compassion, and spiritual skills? May my meditation practice help me reach this goal. If you're just starting your Buddhist meditation practice but aren't quite sure how to go about it, you can try following a guided meditation. The Mind Works, that's the name of the course that I'm looking at, has a course on mindful meditation and guided meditation. You might also, wherever you may be, there may be some local meditation classes. I myself am going to look into seeing if I can find a local meditation class. I would love to learn the correct way to meditate, because I feel like in my meditation, I'm taking the information that I read and I'm using it. I just hope that I'm using it in the correct way, because there's so many ways to use all this information. And I do love this information. I'm going to be printing off some more. There's several apps out there that I thought you might be interested in. Sometimes I can't even read my own handwriting, okay? So bear with me. Okay, so first one I have is Calm. Then that's a good app. Fresh Try, that's another good one. Headspace. Insight Timer, it's a meditation app. Let's Meditate. and Medito. These are all really good apps. They're all from, and Serenity is another one. They're all from like 4.4 up to 4.8. Most of them are in the 4.4s, so they're all good apps for you to try to use to do your meditation. And I know it will help. It will help you. So go look at those apps. See if you can find one that you like. Start meditating. Peace and love forever. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.